Tippy time, my Damies, Top Cat here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on a Solar Titan, taking a look at the solar aspect Consecration. While sliding, activate your charged melee ability to launch a wave of solar energy forwards, damaging and scorching targets in front of you as you leap into the air. While airborne, activate your charged melee for a second time and your ground slam. This creates a second larger wave that ignites all the scorched targets. This new ability is Crown Melting Madness, and I needed to find a way to abuse this. I first looked at the Mark IV to see if I could get some type of infinite cycle of them. Looked at the Syntheseps and the Worm Gods to see if I could make it more powerful. But in the end I ended up going for something a little bit different, but a well-known exotic nonetheless. I've gone with the Heart of Inmost Light. Its exotic perk, Overflowing Light, using ability with the Grenade, Melee or Barricade, empowers the other two abilities. Empowered means abilities have faster regen, melees and grenades do more damage, and barricades have more hit points. So in other words, with this exotic we have a way of boosting the power of not just our Consecration melee, but also our grenades. Get them repetitively, so we're not really having to worry about not ever having them. We're always going to have our abilities on us. But with this exotic, it always comes down to getting the right cycle, the right sequence of abilities. So whenever we start, we're always going to start off with a barricade. Then we're going to chuck a grenade. That'll be empowered times 1. Then we can do our Consecration melee. That'll be empowered times 2. By that point we'll have our barricade back, we pop our barricade again, then we whap our grenade down, that's empowered, then we go for the Consecration melee, that's empowered times 2. By this point we've got our barricade back, and we pretty much just endlessly loop this system whilst burning everything to the ground. Our second aspect is going to be Solar Invictus, solar ability final blows. Going to create sunspots. This will help give us restoration and help us get our abilities back. I like thermite grenades. You can use whatever you like. The solar grenades are also good, but being that I'm often running forwards, thermite's my pick for this build. I use the baby hammer, as you're not really going to be throwing this. You're going to be using the Consecration, but just in case you do need a melee, you can always pick up the hammer and get your melee energy back. Jump of choice and barricade. I use rally just as a quicker recharge time. Super of your choice, I'm using the Hammer of Soul. Ember of Searing, defeating scorched targets grants melee energy. Ember of Singeing, your class ability recharges when you scorch targets. Ember of Blistering, defeating targets with solar ignitions grants grenade energy. So you might note there, not only is our Heart of Inmost Light buffing each ability that follows it, so is our fragments now. So one of them gives us class ability, one of us gives us melee ability, and one of us gives us grenade ability. So we have two lots of things, both our fragments and our exotic armor, just feeding us this loop of energy, so we can just keep this Consecration up and burning the world. It might take a little bit at first to get this dance down with the barricade, then the grenade, then the melee, rinse, repeat. But once you got it down and properly choreographed, it becomes almost like this violent dance, like a ballad of blood and death. It's just beautiful and so much fun. For our armor mods, I've got Seeking Wells on my helmet. The Consecration can be quite messy, so it's easier just to get all those wells just to be feeding back to yourself. Makes it a lot easier. Obviously we're chucking down a lot of powerful melee, so hands-on is the way to go if you want that super energy. I'm running 1 melee Wellmaker mod and times 2 momentum transfers. Obviously if you're going to have to deal with champs, I'll take one of these momentum transfers away, but I've primarily been using this on dungeons thus far. On our chest piece we are running another melee Wellmaker and 2 of the seasonal resistant mods that are going to give us resistance to both solar and void damage. On our legs we are running bountiful wells, recuperation for any stray orbs lying around, and sword scavenger for our DPS. And on our gauntlet we're running solar pollination ignitions to increase damage and increase blast radius. This goes well with the consecration, and classy restoration is going to give us massive health whenever we pop in that barricade. Honestly, this is one of the best seasonal mods this season, and I would highly recommend giving classy a bit of your time. Like, no joke, I'm surprised Bungie shipped classy restoration like this. You can be doing master level and GM level. Once that comes out, I'm sure classy will handle this with ease. Surprised Bungie shipped it like this. It is so good. So with these armor mods, with these fragment slots, and with the Heart of Inmost Light, we've truly buffed not only the level of devastation that Consecration can do, but also the uptime on which we can use it. With this, also benefits are coming alongside in terms of our health regeneration, getting our barricades and grenades to do more. It's just a really powerful Crown Eater combination. For a weapon loadout of choice, I'm using the Heritage or Loadout recombination, but Fortissimo, something like that, will also work in its place. It's pretty much meant for orange bars and a bit of boss damage. Skyburner's Oath is really strong this season. Scout Rifles are in the Champ mod selection, and this has also been given Scorch. We're also fighting a lot of Cabal this season, so I would highly recommend dusting this thing off and giving it a go. Shoot straight through those Cabal shields and just light them up. And a heavy weapon for a proper boss DPS, Relentless Strikes, Whirlwind Guard, Falling Guillotine. This thing is a classic, and I've kind of dubbed this season of the sword. As a lot of the encounters are just nice, close, in the thick of it type of bosses, you know, so we can get in there, do deeps with swords. You know, you don't want to be standing there directly in the face of this dude here trying to Gallahorn him, you know, so swords are really good this season, and I highly recommend pulling out the Falling Guillotine again. Anyway, my damies, that is the build for today. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you give it a go. If you're new and you did, please chuck us a sub, like, comment down below, and as always, tippy tie my damies, what a tie.